Hey, Dwayne.
Hey, how you doing, Dennis? Good to see you
Hi.
again.
Good to see you.
We've talked a lot the past year or two. It's good to talk. I was excited to talk to you about Reagan.
I'm excited to talk about it, really. It's
Yeah.
really happy with the way the movie turned out.
Out of all the characters, we've talked about all your movies before, my favorites, personal favorites, but out of all your characters, where does Ronald playing Ronald Reagan stack up?
It's become my favorite movie. The Right Stuff was my favorite before that. So it's been 40 years, but it's taken the top spot because of the
Yeah,
experience I had while I was making it and how I feel about the finished product.
right. I think he's such a beloved character, and you're a beloved actor, so it's just a great combination. And I think it's probably your best performance that I've seen.
Well, thank you. Thank you much.
Yeah. So when you stepped into it, at what point did you say? Were you excited to do it? Was there hesitation
I
or
was really afraid to
preparation?
do it, really. He was my favorite president and so recognizable in the world, like Muhammad Ali, iconic. And everybody has an opinion of him. And so um, it took a while for me to say yes. And I went to the Reagan Ranch and visited there. And as soon as it came through the gate, I could feel him there. I wanted to feel him as a person beyond the public persona. And I could definitely feel him there. And that's what I really signed on, that I could
Yeah.
get there.
Well, your star kind of, exploded in the early 80s, and he was president then. Did you
Mhm.
ever cross paths?
Right. No,
Did you
never
ever
did.
meet him?
Never did. I saw him in the 90s. He was over at LA Country Club. He was then on the next fairway. This guy, I guess he was in his late 80s by that time. He could really hit the ball. He was an athlete.
Oh, wow. Well, we have talked about this in the past year too about faith. I cover movies from faith, and obviously it was something very important to Reagan. Were you glad that you were able to kind of bring that out? Some people may not have even known how deep his faith was.
Well, it was very personal to him, and it was just a very central part of who he was. So to, you know, not include that would have been to have missed him altogether.
Right. Was there anything that surprised you as you got into the role that made you look at him differently?
There was if, come to find out, the people that were close to him, kind of across the board, said that this is the great communicator, and that you get to a certain point and you come up against a wall with Reagan as far as being able to go past that. It's something very private there, and I what was that? That was something I had to get to know, and
Yeah.
I think that's where he reserved that place for God, for Nancy, his mother, and maybe a few others, but it was deep, kind of vulnerable place there that he protected.
Through the years, have you ever considered political office? Has that ever interested you at all?
Only in the sense that no, thank you.
Well,
I
it's
like my
always,
free time. I'm afraid I like my free time way too much for that,
yeah,
and it's we could do more as citizen. I think I could do more as a citizen than I could have in
yeah.
public.
Well, it's always a pleasure to talk to you. I'll talk to you with the next project, and
You bet.
uh, it's a treat. Hope you have a great rest of the day.
Thank you. Have a great day. God
You
bless.
too.